Hey everyone, thanks for joining me from my favorite room in the house, my poker room. It's hard to see with my table, but one of the things we like in this house is there's room for a poker table downstairs. So kind of emailed this as a joke to Michael that I would teach people how to play poker, but then I realized that we're all stuck inside the house. It's a really easy game to play, only takes a few minutes, and then it takes a lifetime to master, but at least you can spend the next few weeks playing poker with each other if you want. I learned how to play poker about 20 years ago after seeing one of my favorite movies, Rounders. So another extra credit assignment if you haven't seen this movie yet. It's one of my top 10. It's just great. So if you're bored, watch Rounders too. That'll help you learn how to play poker too.
I flopped the nut straight.
After I watched Rounders, I thought I was good at poker, and I realized I sucked at poker. So I went out and bought Super System, which is considered the Bible of poker. You don't have to read this, but it was some extra learning. I found I got better after I read from some of the masters. But one of the things that's great about poker is all you need is the deck of cards. If you're stuck with family, with kids, you can play with candy, pennies, whatever you want to make them feel like they're getting something. What I do is I have some poker chips in the house, so I just make a denomination of whatever I want and play that way. All you need, like I said, is a deck of cards. Take the jokers out. A lot of times there's advertising in them, so you take the advertising out. Bicycle cards also, if you get nervous on how to play poker and you don't remember, you can go on their website, and they have all the rules online, so you don't have to, again, memorize anything. What I'll do is I'll deal out some cards and just show you how we do it initially. And I got some special invited guests today. We've got Michael here. Michael's in the house. Thanks for showing up, Michael. We've got Mark Mendelson. I heard he's a good poker player. We got him here. And, Sean McKay is, I heard, a big gambler, so we got him here. So they're going to be helping me teach you all how to play poker today. They're not going to say much as far as I know, but they're all really good poker players, I've heard. So I'm going to put that back here. So really, all you do, poker is poker. There's 100 different ways to play. Texas Hold'em is really fun and easy because you only have 2 cards in your hand. So what I'll do here, you just give them a good shuffle. You deal everyone out 1 card each in a row. Sometimes if you're drinking, it's good to have a dealer button so you know who's the dealer. I'll be the dealer for now. You give everyone 1 card face down. And then the first round of betting begins. The person to the left of the dealer starts the betting. Sometimes there's blinds involved. We won't make it too complicated, but Michael would be the first to act. So let's see what Michael has in his hand. Michael doesn't have a very good hand so far, a 6 and a 2. So Michael's just going to check, which is like a free hand, hopefully. If someone bets, then Michael's check isn't any good. Let's see what I dealt myself. I did shuffle these, but I have a way better hand than Michael. So I'm going to start the betting. You have to start the betting with whatever the big blind is. In this case, it's really easy, fair, one chip or 2 chips. So I have to bet. I'm going to take some of Michael's chips because I didn't set any out for myself. I'm going to make the bet 2 chips. Sean's been over here kind of squirming. What does he have? Oh, Sean's got a pretty good hand, ace-5. So Sean calls. Mark's a big bluffer. I've heard he's got jack-10. So Mark's going to raise. So what that means is Michael's check is no longer good. Michael tried to get in a free hand. Michael's going to fold. I'm going to call some more of Michael's chips. And Sean's going to fold. He's got other things he wants to do. So now how Texas Hold'em is different than other games. You deal out a middle hand. It's called the flop. You deal out 1, 2, 3.
Your order's ready.
And the flop here is ace and 4. So those are community cards.
I had to cancel the bag of cat food.
Everyone can use the middle cards. You have to use 5 cards in Texas Hold'em. So you can use 2 of yours and 3 of these, or sometimes use all 5 of the middle cards. So Mark's now, he's got a 10, so he's going to bet more. He's going to bet 2. I'm going to call. And now we deal out 4th Street. Before you deal, though, you have to always turn a card. And then, Mark's looking good, and I've heard he's a bluffer, but I don't obviously know what he has. So Mark's going to go all in, which is basically pushing all your chips in the middle, and you're telling me that I have to make a decision for all my chips. And that's one of the best parts about No Limit Hold'em is that Mark could be bluffing. He could actually have something. I have to make a decision for all my chips right now. I've got a Jack Queen, but it's not matching up against the board too much. If you look at your list that Ryan sent you out, there's a flush draw on the board. And so I probably would fold the Mark, but just for the purposes of this, I'm going to go all in too. So again, this is called the river or Fifth Street. You turn a card down. No one usually sees it. And then it comes up. So it's a 5. So all the cards have been dealt out. I don't have any cards that match anything on the board. So if Mark bets, well, we all went all in, so I only have to show down, I'm not going to be too happy with my call. So Mark Mendelson has 3 of a kind with an ace-jack kicker. He's got 3 10s. That's a really good hand. So he did a good job his first hand of the game. He wins all my chips. Thanks for coming, Mark. It was a pleasure playing you, Michael. So what we usually do in my house is we play for tournaments. I think it's more fun for the family. Everyone throws in $1, or if you have friends and family over $20, put about $3,000 worth of chips out there, and you play until the first, second, and third place is paid out. Whatever you choose to do with your family. What I like to do too, we talked about blinds. Blinds are forced bets that the person to the left of the dealer has to do. So I just put my clock on, my timer. You probably can't see with the glare. I use my phone timer and count down for the blinds. And when the blinds are out, the blinds go up on your, when the timer goes off, the blinds go up on your table. It makes the game go a little bit faster, makes people bet that might not normally bet, and it just keeps the game going. One thing you should know, if you get really into this, online is the way I usually play now. World Poker Tour has free games. Michigan, I think, is going to have online games probably by the end of the year. I used to do a lot of more bigger tournaments, and what I find is that we all have tells, which is kind of one of the fun parts of poker. One of my tells is that if I get a really good hand, sometimes my blood pressure goes up, and you can see a good player will be able to see my neck vein going. So what I find is like a Michael Morse sweater. You pull it up so they can't see your neck going off. You got that. Sometimes people like to wear, big fancy hats. I don't wear this hat when I play poker, but some people think hats work. Sunglasses are a good way to keep yourself from people seeing your tells. I think with the fam, some people crack open a beer when they play, which is kind of a fun thing to do if you're stuck in the house. But no, it's a really easy game to play, and I think it's really fun. Also, when you get sick of playing one way, you can just play another way. The Doyle Brunson book has about 10 different ways to play poker, which I think are fun. Some other good books to read. There's a really good book I like called Positively Fifth Street. This is nonfiction. It's about a guy he used to write for magazines. He went to cover the death of Benny Binion, a murderer, and he used his magazine money to get the World Series of Poker. And he actually did really good. It's a really good book. So he covers a murder, and then he goes and plays in the World Series of Poker and documents it. This book's not as good. I don't really like it, but there's a movie about it. It's called Molly's Game. One of the other good poker movies out there is Casino Royale, James Bond. I really like that one. There's a little bit of poker in it. It's a James Bond movie, so that's fun. But yeah, so again, to deal out no limit poker, everyone gets 2 cards, one at a time. You deal the flop, which is 3 cards in the middle. People bet on that. You deal 4th street. People bet on that. You deal the river. People can bet again. I don't know if I went 10 minutes or not, but that's about how you play and deal poker, no limit poker.
You ready to take anyone on, Paul?
I would like to play a virtual game of poker. I can't figure out how to fairly deal out cards to people and go there. If Michael and Sean and Mark want to, deal out a hand, I'm happy to have them here. They weren't saying much, to begin, but again, they were highlights. Appreciate them being here, especially Sean. He's got, things going on. He's got stuff to write, but he still showed up. So I really appreciate that, that they all came here today, and we're here to help you learn how to play poker.